I'm Andy with Competitive Cyclist, and this is my SRAM Red component group. "2009 was an exciting time in the world of bicycle components. Campy released their new 11-speed groups, and Shimano debuted both the 7900 mechanical and electronic groups. I had the opportunity to see and ride them all early on, and since my Dura-Ace 7800 Gruppo was a few years old, it was a perfect time for me to shop for new components. I was completely on the fence between which group would eventually find its way onto my personal bike. That is, until I took my first ride on board a SRAM Red equipped bike. Red had been our best-selling Gruppo since it hit the shelves about a year earlier. So I always wondered why it was so appealing to many of our customers. If I'm honest, what I really wanted was Shimano Di2. I've always been a big Dura-Ace fan, but the 7900 mechanical group wasn't terribly tempting because I knew the electronic version was on the horizon. However, like many of you, the price of the Di2 group proved to be a little prohibitive. So I bought a new SRAM Red group for that and several other reasons. It's the least expensive and the lightest of all the high-end Gruppos. You get SRAM's factory-installed black box ceramic bearings in both the bottom bracket and the rear derailleur, and I'm a believer in all things ceramic. I prefer a carbon crank because it dampens road vibration, and SRAM's is light, stiff, and smooth. The Power Dome cassette, because it's a solid piece of aluminum, is lighter and stiffer than any other cassette on the market. Also, I had a slew of Shimano cassettes already and 3 sets of Shimano specific wheels, which are all 100% cross-compatible with the Power Dome cassette. The ergonomics of the levers are a great fit for my large hands, and the controls are easy to access from both the hoods and the drops. There's also a reach adjustment function for folks who have smaller hands. And let's face it, aesthetically, I love it. It's stealthy yet bold. The graphics are slick, and the overall vibe is very Formula One. Now, I'm not saying that Campy and Shimano are bad choices, not at all. It's hard to choose wrong when you're looking at the top tier Gruppos, but that's where a problem arises. You can only get a Chorus 11 group for the same price as a Red group, and then you don't have the top end Campy, you only have the third tier group with no ceramic bearings and a few hundred added grams of weight. Shimano's more expensive as well, and you don't get baked-in ceramics with them either. In my very humble and admittedly a little frugal opinion, SRAM Red slays Shimano Dura-Ace and Campy Super Record in the value war. And what makes Red an even better value is this: the shifting is crisp, positive, and precise, and the drivetrain, contrary to popular opinion, is as quiet as my 7800 group was. After almost a year on board my Red-equipped R3, I'm happy to report thousands of miles of effortless shifting, braking, and very little, if any, maintenance. If you have any questions about SRAM road groups or any other SRAM component, please feel free to give me a call or send an email to andy@competitivecyclist.com.